We're in the first week of January, moving towards Makar Sankranti, which is the ingress of the sun into the zodiac sign of Makar or Capricorn. This is the starting point of the northward journey of the sun, also known as Uttarayan. It is celebrated across the country as Magh Bihu, Maghi, Makar Sankranti of course, and as Pongal in Tamil. What is so auspicious about Makar Sankranti or the northward journey of the sun? What is so auspicious about it? Everybody would have heard of the story that Bhishma Pitama did not give up his life force and lay on a bed of arrows for 58 days because he had the boon of Ichha Mrityu. He waited for Uttarayan to give up his life force. Now, why did he have to endure so much of pain? He could have given up his life force then and there. Why endure the pain of lying on a bed of arrows for so many days and then wait for the sun to start its northward journey and then give up one's life force? I mean, what was so auspicious about Makar Sankranti? To understand the auspiciousness of Makar Sankranti, one must understand the journey of the spiritual sun. What you see as a symbol of fire in the macrocosm draws a parallel within the human body as well as the spiritual sun. The elliptic pathway of the sun is across the spinal cord. The top of the spinal cord has the sign of Cancer and the base of the spine has the sign of Capricorn. A lot of people say, how do stars in the skies affect my life? How am I affected by them? This is just one example. How a symbol of the macrocosm affects the microcosm, that is the human body, the individual Atma. So, Cancer is at the top of the spine and Capricorn at the bottom of the base of the spine at the Mooladhara Chakra. So, the journey of the sun when it enters Sagittarius or Dhanu, you would have heard that it is called the Khar Mas. In traditional orthodox families, no business deals, no marriages, nothing happens in the Khar Mas. Now, why is Dhanu the Khar Mas? When the sun is moving towards Makar or Capricorn, it is at the southernmost point of its southward journey. The southernmost point of its southward journey is the sign of Sagittarius or Dhanu. That is the time when the sun is reaching its southernmost point. At the time of Makar Sankranti, the inversion of the sun or the movement of the sun northward happens, and similarly the cosmic energy also inverts itself and moves northward, drawing a parallel between the cosmic life force or the Kundalini, the cosmic Kundalini, and the individual life force on the individual's serpentine energy or Kundalini. So, when the Khar Mas happens or sun is in Dhanu, it coincides with the luni-solar month of Posh. This is the time when the moon gains its absolute full moonship in the constellation of Pushya Nakshatra. The constellation of Pushya is ruled by Saturn. So, therefore, one must also realize that when the sun is moving within the month of Pushya, it is supposed to be slow and lethargic. So, the moment there is an inversion of the pathway and the sun starts moving northward, it again regains its energy, and that is the reason why on the day of Makar Sankranti, a lot of articles related to Saturn or Shani are donated. You would have heard of people donating mustard oil, khichdi, sesame seeds on Makar Sankranti. It is the reason now that the slow lethargic energies of Saturn have moved past and the sun is now again, the horses are sort of revving up and going faster as they move on through Makar. And therefore, the cosmic life force is supposed to take new vigor, is revitalized, and the Kundalini is said to be Urdhvamukhi at this point in time, not Adhomukhi. In the month during the period of Dakshinayan, when the sun is in its southward journey, the Kundalini is said to be Adhomukhi. But when the sun moves northward from Makar to Cancer, the Kundalini in the individual, which draws a parallel to the cosmic Kundalini, is Urdhvamukhi and moves upward. And therefore, this signifies a rise in Sattva Guna, a rise in spiritual vigor in the month of Makar, which moves on till Cancer, when the sun enters Cancer. There is another interesting story to this. Across civilizations, the vernal equinox is celebrated. If you look at the Great Sphinx, on the day of the vernal equinox, the highest point of the pyramid, it points towards the rising sun. In the Mayan calendar as well, the vernal equinox was celebrated. And how do we celebrate the vernal equinox in India? I mean, I understand that on the 31st, when we moved into the new year, I mean, the whole world went berserk saying 2020 has arrived and we are in the new year. But we forget that ancient calendars, not just the Hindu calendar, but Egyptians, the Mayan calendar, they have focused a lot on vernal equinox. Now, what is vernal equinox? If you look at it, there are days when, or there are years when the vernal equinox coincides exactly with the Hindu New Year, which is the Chaitra Shukla Pratipada, the first day of the bright half of the month of Chaitra. This is the time when the sun crosses the celestial equator, and astrologically speaking, it is in the sign of Aries, which is the point of exaltation for the sun. So there is a great science, or there's a great understanding behind why the Hindu New Year is celebrated on the first day of the bright half of the month of Chaitra. There is a scientific reason to it. But well, we're all in for 1st of January. I mean, of course, please celebrate 1st of January, but definitely celebrate Gudi Padwa, Chaitra Shukla Pratipada. I mean, that's the Hindu New Year, and that reverberates and reconciles and draws a parallel with other ancient civilizations of the world, the Egyptian, the Mayan. It is said, Kalyug Keval Naam Adhara, however, Jap, Tap and Dan are the three things that can be done in the realm of Kriyaman Karma and add to the Punya Karma that one does. That you will donate khichdi, sesame seeds, etc. is one point. However, it is very important that one takes the name of the Lord. So my recommendation, please recite, if you can, the Aditya Hridaya Stotra or the Surya Ashtakam, or simply recite the Gayatri Mantra 108 times, 27 times. I leave it to you. The best way to do this is to take a dip in the holy river on the day of Makar Sankranti and do your jap while you stand in the water. Your japa is amplified and you gain the power of that amplified jap. That is the beauty of doing jap within the river. And of course, you can offer argh to the Surya while you stand in the holy water of the Ganga or the Yamuna or any other holy river. So that's it from my side. Wishing you a very happy Makar Sankranti.